Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. This is Alara and this is take two. Welcome to my start parade. I will be honest, I'm a little nervous about how this video is going to go and go over. So thank you so much for stopping by. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope you like what you see. This is definitely a little different from my norm, even from my whip parades. So this is going to be a video about all the craziness that is happening next year. I am starting so many projects. This is probably going to have to go up in 2-hour chunks. I really hope this isn't that you don't find this boring. That's my worry, is that since I don't have like progress to show because they're all new starts and some stuff is just, here's a piece of paper that shows what it's going to be and it's not very exciting fabric. So bear with me. Please don't come at me at the comments of it's too long, it's really boring. And if this is not for you, it's okay. You don't just click off the video. Go find something else to watch. But if you're excited to see what I've got in the works for next year, I'm excited to do this. So I'm not only going to show you my new starts, but for each start I have, especially if you're not familiar with what's going on next year, I have stitch count numbers from 300 all the way up to 1600 in 100 increments, printed out on paper, equal to the amount of new starts I have. My whips have already been matched up in my whip parade, and we're going to see how many stitches goal-wise I'm going to be putting in each new start. So this is kind of like a planning video, if nothing else, for me to keep you company while you're stitching and I'm going through all this craziness. I'm not going to be able to link stuff in the description box, so if you see something that you can't find that you would like more information about, please feel free to leave a comment down below and ask me. I will get back to you. Hopefully this time in take one, I needed a little bit more organization even than I thought I have. I have printout. I spent 2 hours fighting with my printer, but I think I actually have made it even easier for like my husband and I to print from the computer. So it was not all a total loss. It's just 3 o'clock in the morning now. Okay, so, but yeah, the first time I started recording, I kept skipping patterns to match up to stuff simply because I'm like really stressed about how this is going to go over with you guys. So, okay, let's begin and get into it. Because like I said, I think I have to do this in smaller increments. And anyways, I'm also a little frazzled because I'm filming this on December 3rd, 4th now technically. And my whip parade was just yesterday that it got published on the 3rd. I talked about how my son had gotten diagnosed with strep, so we're dealing with that. Today, my husband has come down with COVID. I can't with the illnesses around me right now. So we're masking up. I'm sleeping on the couch when I'm sleeping. It's a thing. So if I don't get sick, that's part of the reason why I'm like, okay, I need to do this now, is because I'm just anticipating I'm going to be sick for December again. And I wanted to make sure that I had this up and at least scheduled to be published when I wanted it to be. So, okay, enough babbling. Let's get going. So I'm going to, these are all alphabetized. Pattern Keeper, the huge complaint that I have with Pattern Keeper is that the patterns aren't sorted in any reasonable order other than this is when I uploaded it. So unless I want to delete everything and reload it in alphabetical order, no. No, don't do it. Don't do it. I have to edit that out. I called myself by my real name. Hee hee. Okay. So the first up is A Little Magic by Stitrovia. You guys, I have a lot of patterns in Pattern Keeper, so it's going to take a minute to comb through stuff. I may or may not edit chunks of time out, so bear with me. If it gets bad, I'll edit it down. All right. I'm sure you've seen this online, but just in case and to refresh your memory, that's what it is. My friend Stuart was working on this one, and I've had this on my wish list for a long time, but seeing his finish, I was just like, yeah, it's happening. I would have liked to have gotten fancy fabric for it, but that wasn't in the card, so I'm just doing it on 14 count Navy Aida. It's fine. I want to power through these, but I have to slow down or I'm going to forget to do this part. And this is like the main reason for the start parade. Okay, so this is getting 500. I had to go through and pull counts back out. It was a thing. It was a thing. And I will record those after for post-editing. Editing. Okay, next is African Daisy. This is a chart by Total Cross Stitch. I don't know if there's an artist per se, but I know she uses copyright-free images. Don't know if she credits an artist. I don't think she does. Nope. That's okay. Okay, so that is African Daisy. I'm going to be putting this on, I think it's a 25 or 28 count. I didn't note a lot of these, so it's anybody's guess. And that one is getting 400 to start. And this one tripped me up too because I didn't write the title down correctly, and I was like, I can't find this pattern. Kind of ridiculous. You're going to hear Emma Congdon or Stitrovia a lot because I'm doing a lot of her I'm starting a lot of her patterns. Every love story is beautiful, but ours is my favorite. And I decided I wanted to do it on the seafoam green. That's pretty true to color. I may have to swap out a couple of the greens if they don't show up well. I might have to darken them down. But I thought the other colors would go really well with that. This one will start with 600. Okay, where is this one? I have a few printouts, but not many. So this one is a Heaven and Earth design, artwork by Chris Ortega, called Amethyst. Oh, those colors. She is gorgeous. Just going to do that on a 28 count even weave. And she will get 900. That's not a bad start for full coverage. Okay, next one is also printed out. This is another Heaven and Earth Designs, artwork by I cannot say her name, Babette Vandenberg. Angel Johil. She's the same artist that I'm doing the Castlefest Wendell Aotenshi of. And she is going on 28 count China Ada. $400. Little start. Okay. This next one is a Carolyn Manning design that I got as a freebie on her Facebook group. Called Arctic Blast. It's a full coverage, that white is stitched. And I'm putting this on a, this is an 18 count Putty Davos fabric. It's an even weave that's a very loose weave. So it'll be interesting to stitch on it. I got 2 yards of it off of Etsy for like super cheap. So I couldn't say no to just using it. This one is a blackwork piece. This is my first like official blackwork piece. I know it's not a huge fan of back stitching, but hopefully with it being the focus of the design, it's gonna be good. I think I got this from Stitching in the Springs a couple years ago. Autumn Blackwork Cat. And I'm just doing this on a linen of some sort. I think it's a 28 count. I will be doing it, I think I'm doing it over 2. Yeah. This stuff. And I picked out this yellow variegated floss from Live and Diale for the pumpkins. So I tried to kind of tried to put my fancy flosses with pieces that I thought it would work with. Just because I don't like the idea of having a ton of fancy floss just sitting around not being used. Sorry about, it's going to be a crinkle fest because I did not pull Arctic Blast. Okay. See, that's what I was doing before, and right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, please. Okay, yeah, I missed one already. Again, so what I'll do is if I skip a stitch count, I will figure that out in post editing and post and I'll draw just like I'm doing now from what's left, and I'll put the stitch count on the screen. So, oops. All right. So I know I did not do Arctic Blast. Let's go ahead and do that one. Too much crap in front of me. 600 for Arctic Blast. The kitty. 700. Okay. Okay, next up is Heaven and Earth Designs is a piece by Heaven and Earth Designs, artwork by Selena Fennick. This is a seasonal series that she has of fairies, and they're all Nouveau style. So this one's the Autumn Nouveau Fairy. That's the mock-up. And if I remember correctly, they're not huge. They're decent size, but they're not huge. She's going to go on a 28 count China Ada. And she will get 400 for a start. This one is, I believe, a freebie from Tiny Modernist. Just in case it's not, I will fold it up. I got this at Stitching at the Springs as well. I'm doing this one, I think this is a 16 or 18 count oatmeal Ada. And I have a couple of, these were in like grab bags from Live and Die LA. So I'll be doing the squirrels in the brown and the leaves and the highly variegated and the pumpkins and the orange and the leaves. So I thought that was a decent matchup with those. If I don't put everything back in the bags and keep them organized, that's going to be a nightmare in and of itself. So we'll just have to deal with it. All right, 800. That'll be that might be pretty close to a finish on that. Okay, next up is another Stitchrovia pattern. This is Be So Awesome, People Think You're a Myth. Jen, the Caffeinated Crafter, just finished this one like yesterday as I'm recording. Oops, not that one. Come on. No. Come on, Laura. PDF. Jeez. I'm so used to hitting mock-up that hitting PDF viewing is a little different. She did hers with an opalescent Ada, and I'm actually doing mine on plain 14 count Ada, but I have the sparkles floss to use with it. So some light effects, which feels like devil's hair, some etoile, and a DMC Diamante. I don't know how to say that. Gold thread. And this one. Oh, ooh, one of the big boys, 1600. There are only like, I think 3 of those left out of the bunch. Okay. All right, now these are, the next few are a part of a series. I thought about keeping them all together and counting them as one, but I was like, no, where's the fun in that? So this is from Cottage Garden Samplings, Year in the Woods, the Bald Eagle. I have all the fabric. I haven't cut it down yet. I need to do that still, and I just haven't, but that's all with the fox. So I'm using Stitch Me, the Woodland bundle that is kind of to match with these. So I have all the fancy flosses for those. And that one will get an 800 count start. Not bad. Next is the Barn Owl. And he will get 1300. Another big boy. The bear. $600. And the beaver. Oh, man down. I need those. Okay. This one, oh, it's a small start for that one. 300. So this one is actually from Etsy. This is called, I just call it the Bee. This is from Cross Stitch Pattern on Etsy. I bought a bundle and I picked the bugs that I wanted to stitch most. I don't know if this does not have the cover photos. Darn. Okay. So you will be seeing a mock-up that is incomplete because there is some back stitching with this. So I'm going to be doing this on 16 count lilac Aida. There we go. And I might have to swap out the lavender, the lavender boxes for if it blends in too much, which is fine. And this one is going to get 800 stitches. This is just called Bee. This is Lana Lane. This is a kit from Gecko Rouge. I haven't even opened it. Well, no, I did open it, but yeah, it's still all like assembled and everything. I haven't really. I'll still have to clip the threads and stuff, but gorgeous. Got this with one of my vouchers. I want all of hers. I'll put that as the thumbnail. I can never figure out what thumbnail I want to use, and it's a pain in the butt to pull it, so we'll do it early in the video and get it over with. Okay. B is going to get 600. Okay, now next up is another Emma Congdon, Between Two Pines. And I did get, this is 14 count Hunter Green Aida. Kind of what, oh glare, what it calls for there. There we go. My husband and I are, especially my husband is an avid hammock camper. So Between Two Pines is where we hang our beds when we go out. Between Two Pines is a doorway to a new world. $300. The little ones make me sad. But I have 310 projects to touch next year. Oh, and in case you're curious, we're going through like 230 new starts altogether. Okay. These are not in order. Okay, let's do this. All right. This next one is also an Emma Congdon. This is from, and these are from either just the PDFs by themselves, which is the ones I pull up on Pattern Keeper, and the others are all going to come from Cross Stitch for the Earth or Cross Stitch for the Soul. So, Believe in Yourself. There's a whole lot of soul that I'm doing. I was hoping I wrote these down so I could see them a little bit better, but yeah, they're kind of, there it is. Believe in Yourself, and I'm doing this on kind of an off-white creamy Aida 14 count. I thought that would look a little nicer than the stark white of that one. Once I've done with these videos for the starts, I will go through and combine all of my projects into one long alphabetized group of things, and then that'll be a little easier. That one's going to get 1,000 stitches, so that'll be a nice chunk of done on that one. Next is The Best Is Yet to Come. I might have to do this a little differently. And this is going on 28 count mushroom even weave. So this will be 2/2. This one, the best is yet to come. Excuse me. $800 stitches. That'll be a nice chunk started as well. And then I should have put these a little better. This is the best view. 14. It might be 18 count. That might be 18 count. I don't know. Some Ada. The best view comes after the hardest climb. Ooh, 1100. The universe is also excited to see me start all the Emma Condon things. This one. Oh, way up there. Okay. Also Emma Condon. This is Be Not Afraid. Be not afraid of going slowly. Be afraid only of standing still. And this is going on in off-white Ada. 14 count probably. Oh, look. It's platinum 14 count. Okay. Look at that. Me leaving papers with the fabric. All right. 600. Okay. Next up is a little small one. I got this at Stitch North. This is designed by Stitch Toolbox. Anna Collado. I was lucky enough to sit with her at the table, and I don't remember. I kitted this up. Yeah, it was just the pattern that we got. So so here's the pattern or the picture. Isn't it cute? And that little guy, I didn't realize there was a little bonus pattern, so I might make that up too. Because I'm doing all sorts of ornaments. I don't know if I can call that, if I can do that though, because that doesn't fit into the 310. She actually calls for quite a few variegateds, and I'm excited. I had the variegateds in my stash, so those will go on there. And I'm using 32 count Murano in the color Ice by Zweigart, Martiste. And I will be, it calls for a 32 count, and I'm assuming it's gonna be done 2/2 for that one. Ooh, 900 stitches. That might get a finish if not really close. Okay, this next one is an ink circles pattern, which I'm really excited. This is the first one that I've got a couple of theirs, but this will be the first that I'm actually doing. Okay, so this is the pattern. The birds and the bees. And I am not doing it on the called for, but I did find this is by Die Stitch Love. I have notes. It's a 28 count linen. And I think it only it's like only part of this, and I'm gonna shift it over to be more of the purple. And I'm going to be using my Brin and Needle flosses that I got at Stitch North. I'm just going to kind of make this up as I go along. And yes, the design is kind of all touching each other basically, but nothing says you can, you can just break it up. But let me see if I can do this floss tossy. So this is the April 2023 what floss of the months kind of thing. I think that's gonna look so pretty. And then I have this hank of blue as well to throw in there. So I may not end up using all of them, but it was a little easier to just throw them all together when I was putting this together. And I didn't necessarily find a use at this point for the other ones in any other pattern. Okay. $500 for start. Okay, next is a full coverage piece. This is a Heaven and Earth Designs called Birth of a Star. And this is the max color version. This is by Rachel Anderson. It's one of my lots of black, lots of dark. I absolutely love her. So pretty. She's going to be going on a antique white 28 count casual linen. Ooh. I mean, it's a full coverage piece, so it's not going to really look like a whole lot, but 1,200 stitches. So that'll be a nice start on that one. Okay, next up is another full coverage piece. This is called Black Unicorn. This is from Pain Free Crafts. Artwork is by Ann Stokes. Oops, ouch, that's my toe. Ta-da. And that's going to be going on a 28 count China Ada. Small start, 400. Okay. All right, this next one is from an old magazine, Cross Stitch and Country Crafts. This is from the May-June 91. What you call it? Release? I don't know, whatever. I'm going to be doing, this is a Blackwork Iris. I lied about the other Blackwork. I have two. I have this one and the Blackwork Cat. Isn't that gorgeous? And I'm doing this on, it's a 25 count new khaki. So I think that hopefully the tones will still look all right with this color. I don't remember what. This calls for a mushroom Lugana, so they're actually really close. The other mushroom fabric that I had wasn't the right size. But the count's right, so hopefully that will still be okay to do on that color. And that'll get 500. And that really hurt my toe when it smacked it. Okay. Back to Emma Congdon. This is Bloom Where You Are Planted. Man. Oh, right in front of me. I'm also doing this one with the Seafoam 14 count, I believe. I thought that would look, because it seems like with the white, it kind of loses a little bit of something here on top. So I figured I'd try that Seafoam on there. And this is going to get 900. Okay, this next one I'm really excited about. This one has this is one of the few pieces that have a finish goal and an actual like set stitch count of 5,482. And I talked a little bit about this in my Whip Parade just because I was talking about stitch counts and everything. This is by, excuse me, the designer is Crystal Root. Her Etsy shop is Root Made. And she was looking for model stitchers. And I asked her a couple of questions and asked if she would be okay with me waiting until next year to do it. She said that was fine. And it's just a little guy, little Bluebird on thorn branch. Bluebird on thorn branch. Oh, look at this fabric that I found for it. I'm going to be doing this over 2. This is that part of the die stitch love piece, that other purple part that I showed you. I cut this part off of it. So I think that's the purple that I was noting to myself. This is the 2015 Fabric of the Month in Lilith. It's a 32 count linen. I'm going to put it on this. So, I did a floss toss, and it looks like the thorn branch will not, it shouldn't like get lost, even though this is also brown. So, hopefully, I'm hoping that turns out really good for her, since it is a model stitch. I don't have to send it in or anything, she just wants good pictures. So, this compensated with the pattern. I will be putting, no, just kidding, put that back. What are you doing? I just got done telling you about how it's going to be a finish. I just threw pieces of paper back in there. Okay. Ooh, next is a Mill Hill kit. This is from their Buttons and Beads series. Blue Morpho Butterfly. It is not full coverage. And all the kit stuff. Gonna get 400. That's okay. Okay, this is another from the Bug series from Cross Stitch Pattern on Etsy. Okay, I found the listing. So there's the bee from earlier and what it looks like on black fabric. And then this one is okay, so purple fabric again, butterfly. Okay. That one's gonna get 700. Okay, I found it. It was in the R's because there are 2 out of this book that I'm going to be doing. This one is Carousel Portrait. And make sure which one, because there's quite a few of these I want to do, but I only have 2 of them kitted. Okay, that one is this one with the horses, or the carousel horse heads. And doing it on some sort of linen. And I actually decided, I had a lot of partially kitted projects that had like a few missing beads or like missing petite treasure braid or krynic or something like that. I decided to go ahead and start all the ones that required something like that, because I can, you know, beading is going to come last, and it's probably going to be years before I get to it, and I might as well see if I actually get to the beading part before I die, and then worry about getting supplies at that point. So, Carousel Portrait is going to get 600 stitches. Put that out. Okay, now we're on track again. All right, next up is a Mirabilia. This is Nora Corbett, of course, and this is Cathedral Woods Goddess. And I'm just missing the Karen water lilies and a couple of the krynics, or petite treasure braid. I don't know which one I'm going to do yet, but I have a decent amount already kitted. So actually, I might. Just kidding. I do have the Karen water lilies. All right, that one might be fully kitted. I'm going to put her on. This is a Barbarol Creations. This was a gift from a friend of mine, Nana. Because apparently Barbarol Creations is over the seas, over the pond. Now I will have to, this is one of the ones I meant to measure. No, this should be fine. It's 32 count. There's been some debate on, hopefully that's going to look okay. It's open. It's an opalescent. I think that's going to look good. I think Jen, the Backcountry Stitcher, I think she did a similar color fabric to this, and it looked really good. I could be wrong. I might be lying. But yeah, this is 32 count Zweigart Belfast linen in colorway Beige Desert. Ooh, and down. Come on. Keep falling out of my hand. 400 stitches. They can't all be giant stitch counts, right? Accidentally moved tabs. Okay. All right. next is, this is a Janlin chart called Celestial. Yeah, Janlin. This is really tiny. I don't know how well you guys are going to be. Oh, there. Yay, camera for magic zoom. It's like a zodiac kind of thing. So, and I'm doing this on 2/2 on that's really small, probably 32 count. I really wish I had noted for sure what was. I did start doing that when I was at the very end of my kit up process. I was starting to note if I was planning on doing something 2/2 or 1/1, if it was a higher count. I wish I would have done that earlier, because now I'm gonna have to like remeasure and verify what I'm doing stuff on as. Honestly, this process has really taught me a little bit more about organization and what works for me and what doesn't work for me. 800 for that start. So this has been a good learning process. I just realized I had to break the video up, and I don't know how long my other video is. Probably about an hour. Okay. A little under maybe. We're still in the seas, guys. This is going to take a hot minute. Okay. Next up, these are the Lavender and Lace Celtic Women. The Seasons one. First up is Celtic Autumn. I am doing some conversions on these. So, like, this is the pattern. And I did not prepare well enough to have those conversions pulled up. I apologize. But, like, I did take all my notes on as far as what's the conversions and stuff are to use. But she's going to end up going on this fabric. So pretty. This is Dye Stitch Love, Persephone. It's a 28 count casual linen. And it does have an opalescent, oh yeah, you can see that shine to it. I may, if I get squirrely, I may go ahead and put the conversion pictures up if I can find them. Which you would have probably already seen, because I'll just overlay it on this guy. Okay. All right, Celtic Spring. Am I doing a conversion on her? I don't remember. No, I don't think I am, because I don't have notes in here for it. All right, so Celtic Spring, and I'm doing her on a brighter, I mean, that's a pretty yellowy hue on the background. Hopefully her blondness won't blend in too bad. But this is Live and Die LA, Lugana. It's an opalescent Lugana. I think I'm doing all of these on opalescent Luganas, or opalescent fabrics. This one is a 32 count. I didn't realize I'm doing them on 2 different counts. Oh well. Lugana. Old Bones is this colorway. And hopefully I don't have too much of a problem with bead crowding. It'll be a learning process. We'll figure it out. I don't know if I pulled a number for any of the last 3. So on Post editing, I will have stuck the numbers in. Ugh. It's late. It's 4 o'clock in the morning, and this is the only time I can record this stuff. So 500 for this one. Okay, and then Celtic Summer. I believe she is staying like this, and then I just chose. I have all the flosses in here because I did a floss toss on the fabric that I wanted to use, and this is a picture this plus 28 count linen in crystal sorbet. So yeah, much springier in my opinion. Ooh, that's exciting. 1,200 for her. Ooh. And the last one from the series, Celtic Winter. And I know I'm doing a conversion on her. And this is going to be like a purple blue, and I'm actually matting a cape onto her. So I'm actually, this is a couple of different conversions that I'm smooshing together. Yeah, which I believe is the same. Yeah, so I'll be using her cape, but in a wintry look. That's one that's, these are just going to kind of come together as I stitch them. It's really hard. It's going to be really hard to show. This is also Die Stitch Love. Silent Night, 28 count Lugana. Hopefully the size differences won't be too obvious between the 28 counts and the 32 counts. Okay. $1,400 on her. I've been wanting to start those for a long time, so I'm kind of glad that those are some bigger stitch counts. Okay. Cherokee Blue is the next pattern. This is a full coverage by Heaven and Earth Designs. This is a mini version. Artwork is by Lori Prindle. Oh, man down. Son of a... I meant to do it this way. And that's going to go on a 28 count Lugana. Just 400 stitches. Keep hitting wrong. Keep hitting buttons. Okay, next up is, I call it Cherry Blossom Galaxy. This is 2x2 stitch art on Etsy. This is one of their small full coverage pieces. I'm going to be putting this on, excuse me. I think that's the 30 count. Excuse me, China Ada. $600. Okay, this next one goes from, excuse me, itty bitty to ginormous. This is Heaven and Earth Designs. Excuse me. This is one of the first Heaven and Earth designs I ever purchased where I didn't understand what supersize really meant, or max color for that matter. I don't regret most of the max colors, excuse me, that I've gotten, but the plethora of supersize was probably a little ridiculous. This is supersize Chimera Black, supersize max color Chimera Black Rose. It's gorgeous. Look, Kim, it's finally coming out to play. Did I say that's artwork by Lori Prindle? I think so. So that's one on 28 count China fabric. And watch it be 300 stitches. Oh, okay. It's 800. Okay, that concludes the first bin of things. So I'm going to pause it, grab the next bin. I'll be right back. Okay. This next set of patterns is going to be interesting because they're all Christmas ornaments, and there are 44 ornaments. So what I did was I have my bag of fabric and my Christmas ornament patterns, most of them, and as I draw an ornament, I am going to I'm going to give myself a little bit of leeway and pick one that I want to work on. So no, what we're going to do is I will show you what I'm working on, and I will, how do I want to do this? I will probably just have to write down the, all right, I'll have to make notes as I go, guys. I'm sorry. Because otherwise I will go way over, and I don't want to do that. Okay, this first one is Father Christmas. These are all out of 100 cross-stitch ornaments, Christmas ornaments. I see this for sale online all the time. So this was a freebie off the freebie table at Stitching in the Springs that I just went to. So Father Christmas is going to get $900 stitches. And what I'm doing is, especially with these ornaments, if I get bigger numbers and end up finishing the ornament before the stitch count is done, I will remark a paper with the the stitch count on it. And then it goes back into the bin, and then once I have touched all the projects, then I'll start drawing and drawing fabric or drawing projects and numbers again and kind of start the cycle over in order to get my 275,000 stitches is the goal. I didn't talk about that, did I? So my stitch count for the year goal is 275,000 stitches. I can do stretch goal of more than that, but that is the goal. Okay. Number 2. Oop, skipped one already. This is True Blue Santa. And I will obviously do a different date. And I have no clue how I'm finishing any of these ornaments whatsoever. I'm envisioning probably like little flat, you know, put them around cardboard, do a little flat fold, kind of like Kelly did, Kill Stitches, if you were watching her Flossmas. Like I just drew an 1100 for that one. So this will end up going back in the pot for other projects. So, True Blue Santa. Okay, next up is Père Noël. It's another Santa one. Oops. Show the pattern. Sorry. And they do have like finishing instructions, so if it's like a one that I can do myself and not have to worry about getting one of the fancy schmancy plastic frame things. Words. Okay, Rosebud Heart and Rosebud Fan. I didn't draw for Père Noël, did I? I don't think I did. 800 for Père Noël. Rosebud Heart. Rosebud Fan. Try not to show the pattern. Really like the finishes on that too. I don't have lace like that. Okay, Rosebud Heart gets nothing because I can't open it. Another 800. Rosebud Fan gets 600. That one might have 600 in it with back stitching and stuff. Okay, and then another Rosebud circle. I like those, obviously. Oops. $900. This one is Flame Stitch Rosebuds. That one's cool. That one is... That one's 500. That one might not get finished. Okay, next is a couple of snowflakes. Sparkling snowflake, glittering snowflake. Sparkling snowflake, glittering snowflake. My goal is to replace all the crappy store-bought ornaments with handmade ones. We have a mishmash of non-sentimental ornaments on our tree that I'd like to change. I mean, there's a few from like our childhoods and from our kids and stuff, but not a lot. Waiting for Santa. Oh, I forgot about the sparkling snowflakes. All right, Sparkle Snowflake is getting 600. Glittering. 500. Okay, waiting for Santa is this little teddy bear. He's super cute. He's getting 400. All right, another teddy bear, Santa bear. Did I? Yes, I drew. Ooh. Santa bear. What'll happen, because I just have like ornament 1, 2, 3, whatever through 40, whatever. So I'll have on my spreadsheet what pattern that is when the number itself gets pulled. That's how that's working. That one's 900. I'm drawing a bunch of big numbers that are all going to go back in the pot. Where's all my 300s at now? Oh yeah, I drew them all in my whip parade. Stained glass candles. Come on. 600. I have a picture, a little Polaroid of my son from kindergarten this year. And I'm going to do this candy cane photo frame and put him in it. And it will get 1,200. Man. Looks like a lot of more projects are going to get touched just because these are going to take nothing to finish. All right, Skating Santa. Just had a panic moment. I didn't think I was recording. Here we go. All right, 300. There's one of the little ones. So he might not get done this year. All right. Sweet Treat Mouse. $600. Star Bright Giraffe. This one's harder to show. There we go. Oh, it's kind of a big one. I'll have to put that on higher count fabric. $1,100. That one might get done. Precious Puppy. $900. Santa's Sleigh. All the giant numbers here. 1,100. Seriously, where were these yet? Yesterday when I was doing my whip parade? Holiday Horn. Okay, that's a little more reasonable. 600. Okay, and that's it for that book. I have this is some Mill Hill. They're probably like freebies. Ornaments. So Mill Hill Snow falling on paper. I don't have perforated paper, but I don't care. I'll just find some fabric to put on it, or to put it on. There's a 300. Gingerbread Man. But there's multiples. Why does it say man? $1,000. The universe is like, get those ornaments done. Noel stitches. $900. Which, to be fair, this probably won't finish off the these. Okay. This one I found online, I think. I don't have a cover photo for it, but it's like a star. It's from Kreinik. You can see that it's a star and a moon. This one might get swapped out just because I probably don't have the Kreinik and stuff for it. I mean, I could substitute DMC, I guess, but it's not very fun. I will put this on the back burner. Actually, I think I'm going to... We'll do a different ornament instead. Not that one. Not those, not those. Okay, this is another cross stitch and country crafts. There were some ornaments here in the back. The wreath, the horse, and the candy cane were the ones that I wanted to do. So these two and this one. I don't know if I'll finish them like that. I'm not sure if I like the finish they have on that, but Stitch in Country Crafts. Wreath. Horse. Candy cane. Okay, the wreath. $800. The horse, $700. And candy cane is $300. Candy cane might actually not get done with $300. That's okay. Okay, next are... Okay, I want to do all of these, but I don't have the beads and stuff for them, so I don't know if they'd be finishes, and if just because I don't know if I would be able to get them sourced at this point. I want to do all 4 of them. So royal gems, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll go gold, red, blue, and we'll call that one silver. Okay, gold, $600, red, $600, blue, $500, and silver is $400. Get out of the way, finger. Whatever, there. Okay. And then these, this was off of the freebie table. This is not the kit. I'll have to do the thread conversions for it, but these are the Dimensions ornaments. I love them. I want to do all 6. So, Dimensions. So we've got Peace, Snowman, Reindeer, Polar Bear, Penguin, Blushing Snowman? What is he doing? What is he doing there? Hee hee hee. Blushing Snowman. And Santa. Okay. So the Peace Snowman might get done. 1,300. There's a lot of stitching in those ornaments, so I don't know. The Reindeer, $800. Polar Bear, $600. And the penguin, poor little penguin, only getting 300 in. Okay. The Blushing Snowman. Oh, come on. Ooh, 1,200. I like him too. And Santa. Just 300 for Santa. Okay. Now that leaves me with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ornaments to go. And I happened to get a bundle. Don't remember how many are on there though. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There are 12 gnomes. Okay, so I gotta pick 10 of them. No, what did I say? 9 of them. All right, so here's what I have to pick from. Oops. Don't poke the button. Here. Okay, so I think I will do, and there's some back stitching on these gnomes that are not shown in the mock-up, so I have to go off the PDF for that. All right, so we're going to do the tree gnome. Let's see, gnomes, tree, present, flag, ornament. I love that one. Magic. Oops, shit. Reindeer. Wreath. 2 more. Let's do cocoa and candy cane. Okay. So again, we will be doing tree, present, flag, ornament, magic. He looks so happy. Reindeer, wreath, cocoa, and candy cane. Okay. Tree. Come on. Okay, tree gnome, 400. Present, 500. Flag, 500. Oh, crap. They're starting to stick to each other. What are we on? Ornament? Ooh. 1,300. Got a hair tickling me. Magic. Aw. 300. But he needs more. Reindeer, 800. Wreath, 300. Starting to find some of those 300s again. Cocoa, 400. Candy cane, 900. All right. And that's the Christmas ornaments. Yeehaw. So, like I said, I just have a big old thing of fabric to choose from. I also have some black plastic canvas, so some of the full coverage ones might work on the that plastic canvas okay. And I don't know, if I run out, I do have some bigger pieces left as well. These were like literally the leftovers that were only good for ornaments. So I can cut down some, I have some smaller, bigger, smaller pieces that I could cut down if I needed to. Okay, where are we at? 45? Yeah, let's see if I can, I might finish this bin. I'm trying to finish this bin. Okay. All right, next is a full coverage piece from one of my favorite artists. This is from Heaven and Earth Designs. And this is a companion piece to Lightweaver called Cradle the Moon. Artist is Michelle Lee Phelan on Heaven and Earth Designs. Raven Phelan elsewhere. And here he is. Oh, love this one. And he is not max color. He is not supersized. He is just regular. Yeah. So he'll be smaller than Lightweaver, which I feel like is completely appropriate. He's going on 28 count China, Ada. I have a... Uh-oh. Oh. I have a not listed start in here. I sure do. Oh. Oh, I don't know what to do now. Colorful King. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. 311. Oh, that ruins my my numbers. That's okay. Jen thought she had 140 last year and was actually at 139 all year, so it's okay. We'll still call it 310, right? This was a gift from Kristen, my friend Kristen. And this is a pain-free craft chart. No, Tilton Crafts. Tilton Crafts. If I can find him. Where are you? There he is. Yep, Tilton Crafts. The artwork is by Petra Pechova. Look how bright that is. Oh, it's gorgeous. And he's going on 18 count Putty Davis Ada. I can't remember. I can't believe I left him out. What happened there? All right, this next one is Dark Queen of the Earth. I don't really have a cover photo because she is was a mystery stitch along. She is finished now. I got the Gilded Oak fabric from Under the Seas fabric. And this is 28 count linen. And it is an opalescent. I have to get the Silk Lame still. When I ordered the fabric, I got the bead pack. I thought it was the bead and specialty thread pack, but it's just beads. So that was kind of disappointing, but I didn't read either. I didn't read well enough, so that's my fault. Cradle the Moon. Is getting 700 to start. Colorful King. Just a 300 start. That's kind of sad. Dark Queen of the Earth. Ooh. Is getting 1100. Said high time you start that, woman. All right, next up is Heaven and Earth Designs. This is a full coverage Darling Dragonling. This is from Jasmine Beckett Griffith. She's way up there. They're little. It's kind of right up there with her Face as a Fairy. And it looks like a lot of block stitching too, so it should stitch up fairly quickly. You know, once I actually have stitches to put into it. 700, not a terrible start. She's going on 28 count China fabric. All right, these next patterns I picked up from Stitch North. This is Tiny Modernist. I got to meet Cheryl while I was there. That was pretty cool. Day signs. Now, I do also have night signs, but I don't have fabric for it, so those are not going to get started. I am counting that as one project. I don't know if I want to finish them all as one piece. Probably. I think that's why I decided to count that as one. And I just have a 30, I think this is 32 count China fabric. I think. Pretty sure. I'll remeasure it and make sure I get this black fabric count that matches it when it comes time. Okay, next up is Delphine. This is from the Sewing Shop. There she is. Kaylee uses just royalty-free images for a lot of her patterns. She does have artists that she licenses as well, but this is not one of her regular artists. But those colors, look at that pastel. Oh, awesomeness. She's very haughty. She's going on, that's a 30 count China Aida. Okay, next up is, this is another Raven Phelan piece from Heaven and Earth Designs called Divine. I'm sorry if you can hear my cat. She's been growling upstairs. Meow. There it is. This is the mini version. A lot of 310. Ugh. But man, 310 just makes stuff pop. Can't help it. This one's going on 30 count China fabric. Oh crap, I'm doing it again, aren't I? Jeez, how many have I not drawn for now? I think I did Darling Dragonling. I know I did not do these. Okay. Day signs. Starting to feel the push to finish recording for today. 1200. Delphine. 600. And Mini Divine. Ah, nice. 1200. Okay. And back to Emma Cogden. Here, this is Do Small Things with Great Love. It's an off-white 14 count Aida. Might be off-white just because it's old. Do small things with great love. I'm hoping that off-white will help small things pop a little bit better than it does on the stark white. Just a 400 start. All right, next one is another of hers. This is Do What Makes You Happy. I guess I'm going to be doing this on 14 count black Ada. Kind of ironic since I don't necessarily love stitching on black fabric. Yeah, I think I think the model stitch is on like a navy, but I think that black will be really good for it too. Ooh, 1,000 stitches on that one. Excuse me, I can't remember. I think I might have, for the bug ones, I don't remember if I'm doing them all on this lilac fabric, but so far, picture does not want to stay put. I'm doing this dragonfly again on that purple fabric. 16 count lilac. So Witchell, I guess. And 400 for that start. All right, next is Heaven and Earth Design. This is an artwork by Randall Spangler. This is one of his story keeps. And The History of Chocolate. A love story. There we go. I'm doing that on 25 count Lugana. Small start for that one, 300. Okay, this next one is Dakota Detweiler. This is when she was still with Heaven and Earth Designs. I got this one right before she was retired from them. This is Dreaming of Being Human. So pretty. A little bit different from what I usually do too. Kind of, sort of. I mean, it's a lady and it's the ocean. Okay, maybe not really. I'm doing this one on 30-ish count, I think. 30 count. China Ada. Ooh, 1,100. Okay, next one is another Heaven and Earth Designs. I would say 50% of my pattern library is Heaven and Earth Designs. So it's theme. This one is a Jasmine Beckett Griffith. I believe this is the mini. Yeah, mini Dress of Storms. Look, kids, 310. Doing her on, that looks like the 28 count China fabric. Okay, this one I'm really excited about. I've had this one in my stash for a long time, and I'm finally going to be doing it. This is called Eden Serpent. This is off of Etsy. I do not remember the shop that I got it off of, but if anybody really loves it, and just ask and I'll link it down below. Olga LiQWYD is the artist. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh. I do own a snake. My Ka, he's my ball python. This is 28 count China fabric. I will be doing that one 2/2 because there are a lot of fractional stitches in that one. Did I draw for Dress of Storms? I think I did. Pretty sure I did. If not, I put the thing in there. Eden Serpent is getting 1200. Hey, this is from Stitch North, and it was kitted. It's got the fabric. Oh no, I kitted the fabric. 14 count, but the Roxy floss came with it. And that one is getting, jeez, 300. A tiny start for a tiny pattern. Okay, this next one is technically needlepoint, but I'm going to count it as basically a half cross piece. I actually got this off the freebie table from Stitching in the Springs, but I thought it would be an amazing addition to one of the other ones that I have that I'm going to start. This is called Elegant Butterfly. This is Gold Collection Dimensions Kit. Again, it is a tapestry, so it's that needlepoint canvas. Isn't that gorgeous? Ugh. This one is going to get 700. Oh, we're nearing the end of this bin, guys. This is from the Witchy Stitcher. I got this on Witchy Stitcher Day, and there's not a whole lot of her taste is not in line with mine, but I wanted to help support her, so this is what I got. This is called Emotion Bottle. Because I totally do that. I'm doing that on this color fabric. Ooh, that's washing out. It's like a peach color. There we go. It's actually a little more oranger, peachier than what's showing up. That's a 14 count Ada with an 800 stitch start. There we go. Okay. This next one is another Randall Spangler, artwork by Heaven and Earth Designs.
Wait a minute. Strike that. Reverse it. Thank you.
It is another Story Keep. Empty cookie jar. That's going on 30 count fabric. Getting butterfingers. 400, another little start for the Story Keep. Okay, next, this is a pattern from Passion Ricamo. How am I going to show this? They embed your information. I have to cover it up a little bit. This is Enchanted Fairy. And I'm going to be doing her on 32 count Lugana from Live and Die LA from it's in the color Garland. So, yeah. I'm hoping she pops on that. There's another one of hers that I have, but I don't have any fabric for it. So. She's going to get, ooh, 1,500. Good start. Two more in this box, in this bin. All right, next one is Heaven and Earth Designs. This is Euphoria. Mini Euphoria. Remember, the artwork is by Melanie Dellon. Her style reminds me a bit of Chris Ortega's artwork. Isn't she so pretty? Like Hawaii paradise kind of princess thing going on. She's going to go on 28 count. Pretty sure that might be the 30 count. It's all blending together eventually. Okay, last one out of this bin is another Emma Congdon, and it is Every day may not be good, but there is some good in every day. And I am going to stitch this on white fabric. 14, 18 count? I don't know. It's a count. Okay, I'm going to put this bin away. I think that puts me just over 2 hours, so I will be editing and popping this one up. No, I'm not. Just kidding. I will be scheduling these. So if you are in for the marathon after that, thank you so much. If you are enjoying and looking forward to seeing these started up in the new year, please feel free to subscribe. Again, if you have any questions about anything that I've shown, feel free to pop those questions down below. I will probably address those in future videos, just because I've been terrible at responding to comments lately. But I will get your questions answered one way or another. So thank you so much for joining me on this first installment. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care, guys.